Good afternoon. Today I'll be teaching my fellow classmates how to use a screen sharing software. The screen sharing software that I have decided to use is called cyberlink Screen Recorder. Now, this is a program that was automatically installed and came with my operating system when I bought my PC. There are other screen recording softwares to use, such as the Screen-O-Matic software. Now, those aren't the only two types of screen recording softwares that there are. There's also the Screen Prezzo and Hypercam. All of these are free softwares that you can download off of Google. Now, the instructions that I provided for you are pretty simple. I'll walk you through them start to finish. However, due to the software that I'm using, it doesn't allow me to show you how the program starts. Once I have started the screen recording software, all I can do is click on it and I get the recorder that shows how long my time is and if I want to stop and start it. So I have taken the liberty of taking a couple of screenshots prior to recording and at the end of the recording so you can see how some of the different features will work. So we open the screen recorder by clicking on this link. And once we click on this link, we get a screen that looks like this. And you'll notice that once you open this particular screen recorder, it gives you a pretty basic window here. It gives you options for the size screen that you want to run, and then it gives you a record button. It also allows you to choose the option if you want your mouse clicks to be recorded. Down here in the bottom, you'll also notice that it gives you a setting and an edit button. The edit button is not active when you first open the window. So in the settings button, you can change a lot of different settings. So I have taken a screenshot of that as well. And you'll also notice that when you open the screen recorder, it gives you this yellow dashed line around the screen. This yellow dashed line will give you the option to change what you want to record. If you, per se, didn't want to include the menu bar here down at the bottom, you could easily pull the handle up, the little white square, pull that up over the menu bar, and then nobody would see your start menu. You could make this a little smaller from the top, the right, the left, however you'd like to make the screen smaller if you choose. Whatever is in the yellow dash line will be recorded. So now in the settings window here, we have many different options that we can choose from. So the first one here, let me make this bigger for you so you can see it better. This first window box here is asking you the file name, how you'd like to have this screen capture saved as. So when you are finished, this first box here will be how it is saved. The second box here is the format. It will allow you to either save in an MP4 format or a WAV format. You can also select the resolution if you wanted a higher, lower resolution. If maybe you're sharing this video with somebody who's got a smaller bandwidth that won't be able to open such a large video, you might want to consider choosing a smaller resolution. Frame rate, I'm not quite certain on what frame rate does. I assume that would be how often the screen refreshes. It gives you the options of 30, 25, and 15. You are free to choose those three options, depending on your preferences. The next box here we have is where you want the video to save to. I have it set as the default currently, so when I'm done recording this screenshot, it will save to this location. If you click the ellipsis button, or also known as the browse button, you could change that location very easily. I also run another program on this PC where I can edit videos, and that's what this option is giving me. It's letting me know that I can import this video right into the video editor and then edit it thereafter. Now I have some audio settings here where I can either turn my mic on or off, or if I wanted to change some mic settings, I could do that right here. Next I have the control settings. Now, the control settings are how I choose to start and stop and pause and resume my videos. If I wanted to pause them, resume them, I could choose what keys on my keyboard would control that. Now, this won't work unless if you have this box selected that says enable hotkeys. If you don't have that box selected, these keys will not work. You will have to use the screen that I showed you earlier when you click on the app, this little screen here. This is the only screen that will allow you to pause, resume, or start or stop the video if you didn't have the hotkeys enabled. Now, once you have your video started, once you wanted to start your screen recording, this is the window that you will get. And it will show you what hotkeys are enabled, and it'll show you your countdown. You get a 3, 2, 1 countdown until your video starts. So that's kind of a cool option. Also, when you click to start your video, I'm sorry, I closed that too early. You'll also, I don't know if you can see it, get this red dashed line where the yellow dashed line was on the outside of your recording. And that'll tell you that your video is starting. Now, once you're done with your video, your screen recording, it will give you a screen like this. Once you have clicked on stop, it will give you this screen. And this will just take you back to the original window of the screen recorder. It will show you the yellow dashed line on the outside of the screen where you're going to record, give you these options to change your settings and whatnot. And it'll also open up the window of where your video is saved. Now, if you remember, mine was saved under the C drive following users, Danielle, and then documents. And it saved itself as capture. Now, if you recall, that is how I had my video set to save as. I'll open that up again. Right here, I had it saved as capture. And this is where it was saved to. So if we look one more time, when I finish my screen recording, this is where it's saved to. And that's how it was saved. It was saved as the capture. So now when I'm finished with my recording, I'll go ahead and I can hit stop, or if you recall, my hotkey was F9. The next video will walk you through how to upload this video to YouTube. Happy learning!